Ciao and welcome on this new stream of RPG Maker. Every time I start with the PNG tuber here, I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I really love the talking expression with the mouth open with a happy smile there, so I feel like I should match the vibe of my PNG tuber avatar. Or maybe he is matching my vibe. I don't know. So, we're here again on our game for the, it's called RPG Maker Game Jam. And since we didn't stream the development the weekend, I did some changes of stream. Mainly fixes and graphical overhaul, so every feature will be almost completely programmed on stream. First of all, I have a bigger screen. The default 720 and 1280. Or... no. 720, 1080, I suppose. I replaced the graphics. I used a plugin for a multi-frames animation, idle, because I found those assets and they looked very good. Also, I also changed the graphics here. What else did I change? Ah yeah, I centered the camera. So now the movement stays on its own. Also, I added the text, but first it doesn't disappear. Second, needs to be improved. Also, it will be changed, not more Dojat now. Okay, that's all, I suppose. So first of all, let's remove the Dojat now text, which again will not be Dojat now. That's the title drop, basically. We save the title drop for a better moment, of course. Okay. So we have a lot of things to do, but first of all, we need to... well, we should define the enemy behavior, because as for now, he hits us regardless of where we are, so there's no point in strategic positioning, right? That means we need to let the enemy check their moves and choose the one that can hit us. Okay, just saying this, I got an idea. So, we have the collection of enemy moves. Then, based on the range of those moves, we only get the ones that can hit the player, and or we randomize them, or we use the last recent used one, so we can have some variety. Or maybe depending on the strategy of the boss. Well, we can have an AI common event that elaborates what it needs to do. First of all though, let's start by procuring the enemy some moves. So, actually I don't think I should divide player skills and enemy skills, right? We should match them together. I wonder though if the order does matter. Well, we can come up with our order or switch them up later, of course. We can make some space. Okay. So, this is the enemy skill, still swipe shape, which is still bugged. We can go with the area shape. Area, let's say cross. No, it's a diamond, like Minecraft. Yeah, that's the shape of magic spells usually, right? It's a cross on range 1, on range 2, on range 3 forms shapes like a diamond. Imagine the summons of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. So if it's a diamond, the range 2 means it's a simple spell, range of a cross. No wait, this is the range of casting. We can make it... Are we Yeah, let's keep it big. The size though is 2, so the origin tile and the tiles around. The dodge minigame will keep the bottom one. The damage does, and the hazards that creates. If I put 0, will there be an error? I should probably make something here. How do I stop a... We should just... how do I skip an event? I cannot do return. Well... Actually, wait, I can. Would also be nice to transfer everything in the plugin. So let's transfer this thing in the plugin, sure. So the 4, well, we can copy everything. Now we have the function. How do I call it? Spawn hazards. Here, okay. This is the code we copied. We can zoom it out a little, zoom it in a little, okay. Better. So, get the hazard from the variable. I would do... Okay, this should be the hazard ID. We could do something like this. Hazard ID. So here I can give as input the hazard ID, which is the meta value we talked about. Does it need other parameters though? No, okay, perfect. So, spawn hazards. We call this spawn hazards by giving the hazard ID, which in this case will be defined in the skill here. So finally I wanted to do this, so I can do if hazard ID is 0, return. It will stop and doesn't do anything. So with 0 I can stop this from happening. Also I think I missed up. Yeah, okay, I also... Last step, I need to set that event to ID to spawn is the hazard ID. Then hazard array. Okay, this is where the hazards are saved. For every tile in the range. Let me... Aha! No. For every item that will be... For every tile that will be hit, there will be spawn an event, thanks to Galv. Also a note, out of stream, I made a... well, I made just 2 little things. Well, one extra thing is I created a variance of an already basic function of RPG Maker. Basically, on stream, I was reading the event ID of the target, so I can see if the event ID is 10, I hit the enemy. Though now I added an event that needs to work as the focus point of the camera. Unfortunately, I can't focus by using coordinates because they are messed up by the plugin of cool visuals they are needed. So that means that this event should be ignored. That's why I made a thing to read the ID of the event we are targeting, except our exception, the number 2. So from now on we will use this one instead of event ID XY, the default one. Okay, we should do a quick test to see if it works, because we did change something. Also I removed the one step, so I knew it. You can only walk 2 tiles before attacking. Since the arena is not too big, I think could still be enough. I didn't save, right? I think I didn't save. Nice. Seems to work, yeah. Also, I want to change the spike. As you see, the spikes are not out. I want to do a minigame where the spikes go out and you need to dodge at the exact time. Or around the time, I'm not that precise. Okay. So now we need to work more on the enemy skills. So shape diamond, range 3. Okay, so the range goes above every wall that may be in the arena, so we don't care about it. So we should have our function. Function. How do I call it? We should order them though. Filter skills that are in range or that can hit. What's wrong? Okay, it's fine. So we need to get the skill ID. From that we get everything. So skill ID, easy. So on the enemy turn, instead of saying, oh, he's doing move 48, he will have a certain... he will have a certain range of moves. Instead of move 48, he will have... let's see, move 8 and 9. So he will have move 8 and 9. And needs to see which move can target us. That means we need to call Ghost Bust, I mean the function. Call the function, yeah. And as a parameter, I got it wrong. We don't have a single skill ID. We will have the entire list of skills. Skills array here. Also, I think would help to have another function that says check if target is in range. And here we will have the single skill ID. The idea is that for every skill we will call the other function. Check if target is in range. And we put the skill ID. So for now, this will call filter skills that can hit. And as a parameter we send enemy current move. Wait. Current move though. No, this should be used later. This should be an array that contains every enemy move. Also, this should not be defined here. It should be defined at the start of the game. Should be for every enemy because I want sometimes to have more than one enemy. That means every enemy should have their pattern. So should we? I have an idea. Well, idea, it's a stupid thing, but we could add heroes here. That instead of heroes work as enemies. I don't know, that's... Let's see. So, for example... Yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense. We can store all the parameters of the enemies here. So, we can have the HP, MP, and the skills. How do I define skills? I should... oof. Yeah, I think it's easy actually. I can make a... I can divide them with a comma. I wonder how they will be read. Now I need to reference to the actor number 2. How do I do it? Well, that's where... Where is it? Our incredible plugin call list comes in play. Into play. Something actor. Here, game actors dot actor. I think that's all we need. We can do it right away at the start of the game. So, game actors, actor. We put the 2 for Priscilla, dot meta, and we get a tag skills. First try, let's see if it works. I knew it. Skill. It's plural. Though it was close. Undefined, wait. Doctor 2 is undefined, that's sad. Game actors dot actor 2. Maybe it should be in the party, no? Doesn't make sense. Let's see just actor 2. Game actor. Game. Maybe game party members. No, that's a different thing. Let's see. Oh no, I have too many things running. The start. Here, game player. No, that's another thing. I should probably clean something. Console log. Okay, here. Okay, we cleared something. Let's see if it's better now. Maybe not. Game actor here. Actor 1, 2. That's Priscilla, right? Should be. Priscilla, yeah, okay, so we got her. We can read the meta then. Maybe I wrote it wrong. I wrote something wrong, maybe. Let's see. On the hazards, here I read dot meta, yeah, should have been right. I lost it. Here. Let's see now. Meta was red. Undefined. Wait. Maybe it's not called meta. Yeah, my bad. I didn't check very truly. Truly. How do I even pronounce that? Here. Miss Priscilla, let's see. Where do we have all the data here? Why is it hidden? Ah, maybe because it changes during the game. Profile. Why we don't see the tags? Maybe it's really the party member. Weird though, I thought this would be the definition. Well, we can use it in the item menu. We can define the enemies in the item menu, but I would love to use it here. Another try or we can surrender. Game. No, though. Game. The notes here don't get read. Wait, we can do it here. No. We can use enemies as skills, sure. Enemy 1 here. Not the best solution, but we can change it later. It's not even really that hard to change. Okay, so we should define the enemy ID. And there should be an array, because there could be more than one. So here we have game stats. Enemy list IDs. And for now it's only one, the 48. Okay. So now we have one enemy. Oh yeah, we should also define here which enemy is using the turn. Oh wait, I don't even need to get to ask for the skill array. I need to ask for the enemy ID. Wait, no, not wait, no. There are two things. I need the event. I need the enemy event ID and the enemy item ID. I need to know which event is casting the spell and from which body it's casting the spell. So I will go with enemy ID, event ID. Here, I need those two. So the enemy turn now needs to... Yeah, how do I define the enemy turn? For now we can say that the event is number 10. Though of course will not be true for the rest of the game. While the enemy that it's... the pattern, that moveset that is trying to cast something is the 48. This one. So now we get the item 48. Something. Item. Okay. Maybe it's written better here. Yeah, perfect. So again, now we are. Since we have the IDs we need to get the information out of them. So first we need to get the enemy enemy informations, enemy info. How do we know enemy info? Well, it's stored on the enemy ID. So data items, enemy ID, and we got enemy info. From here we can get a lot of stuff like skills array, which is enemy info dot meta skills. Okay, so we can get the skills. There are other information, but those are the only one we need. So for let's start with I less than the number of skills the enemy has. And every loop it increases by 1. We know the stuff. Okay. So now every loop I need to check if the skill is in range. So here we can call the other function that we still need to define. So for every single skill we check if the skill is in range. Let's pretend for now that it works. So, if a skill is in range, we should add it to the collection of skills the character can use. Well, for now we should just return, because, again, I remind that the name of the function is filter skills, not choose the skill. That will be chosen by another function. For now we return usable skills. Also, wait, there's an extra problem in this, I realize now. The movement. The enemy can move. So we should consider that the enemy can move to target the player. Okay. So here is the usable skills. which is empty, but if the skill is usable, I will get another sort of return here. I want this to return a true false, but maybe I want to return some sort of array, so I can get the information and how worth it is, so the enemy can choose the most worth move at some point, with some randomness maybe. So here, result, we get the result, and the first value we receive is if the skill is usable or not. So we add to the usable skills, I forgot how it is, push, right? We add the result. So at the end we return the usable skills, hoping it's not empty. If it is, well, we will manage it accordingly. Okay, so now we need to work on this function, because for now it always returns true. We should check if the skill is in range. How do we do? Well, also, we may also need other parameters again. So again, skill ID, event ID, and also the enemy ID. Okay. So again, we send skill ID and the stuff. Enemy ID, okay, we use those. Or I can send enemy info, which, since I already gathered it, here. A little better. I needed to sneeze, okay. So here we have all the information. Now we need to elaborate a little. First of all, if the enemy can move, before doing that though, we may want to create another function that elaborates the reachable tiles with movement. Or, yes, the reachable tiles with movement. No, not really reachable, more like the distance that can be covered. Now there is a problem though, because originally I thought, oh yeah, I can get the range of the enemy by summing the movement and the range of the skill, but that's not as easy. Because someone can move, like a skill can have a range of only horizontal tiles. But you can move like even diagonally. So I need to first move it, and then from every possible spot of movement, I need to try to cast a magic. I don't think it will require that much problems. That means though we need to make a function that says function define all tiles you can move to. And here, of course, we need to send the information of event ID, which by default is 0, the player. And can we just fuse the event ID and enemy info? No. Well, if the event ID had a tag with enemy info, that would be the solution. But the player doesn't have it. But doesn't matter, because we know that event ID 0 is the player. Okay, I think... well, I don't think it causes so many problems, so yeah. Let's remove enemy info. We just keep the event ID. So enemy ID is defined like this. The same thing we did with the lily pads again, or did we do it here on the targets? I think I deleted it. No, it was something on the player action, on the target side. I don't know. We just check respawn banter. On the lily pads. Okay, this one. Data map, events, event ID, meta, lily, or whatever it is. So, first enemy ID is here. Data map event, event ID, meta, just ID? I think just ID is fine. Confusing, no, I think it's fine. So now is, I can have car actually. It's already here. 48. Okay, and this solves it a little. Okay. Event ID? Yeah. I need to recalculate enemy ID, but it's not a problem here. Okay. So we did all this stuff. Now, what's the problem here? Ah, yeah, I still need to define this one. So, to check if the target is in range, first we need to test the move from every possible position. So we need to get all the tiles you can move to. It's literally how it's called. And again, we send the event ID. We don't even need to calculate anything else. Right, we just need the event ID. So, again, we define enemy ID is the meta. We should move this to another function. I love my function, okay? They're so wonderful. So, we should make a utility stuff section. Okay, so, this should be quick. Function get character ID. I think it will be a little better. Based on the event ID, you get the enemy ID. It's important because we need to check for each of those times if the ID is 0. Because this should be how it should be, it just is, but if we target a player, it doesn't have an ID. So if event ID is 0, it's a player. Otherwise, it's the event selected here. If it's 0, it's the player. We don't know how to deal with it. We'll see what to do. Yeah, because you get the info. The ID is not used there though. So I don't know. I can do a check later. Also we need to return the value. Okay. So now instead of calling this every time, we can just do enemy ID equal to get character ID. Which seems like a slight extra overcomplication, but it's to avoid checking if it's a player every time. One extra time, right? Here. Okay, so we get enemy ID or the hero. What do we do if it's the protagonist? Well, we should instead... You know what? We should change this function. Get character info. So here. We call this every time we want to get meta information. Here. Event ID meta. I think it can help avoiding over-checking every time, since later we will also implementing this for the player. We should actually implement it first for the player. So. For example, instead of getting enemy info, or just getting these, we just need the skills of the thing, right? So we just need... I still need this for reference, wait. So I just want to call get character info and get the info of this event, specifically the skills. So I call this and knows to return me the skills. Datamap event event id dot meta. The next step. I think I do. Wait. Yes, I do. So I need to get... Okay, I have a event ID here. This one. So I need to check the ID saved inside the event and check the correspective item to get his stats. That means we need to check meta twice. So here, datamap events, event ID meta, we get the character where it's stored in the database. So here enemy ID. And then we get what we really want. The enemy info. Oh wait, what's enemy info? We need to get the data item of the specific enemy ID based on what we request. As I said here, skills. This should work. So now we can ask whatever we want, and doesn't matter if it's the player or not. We still need to work for the player though. For example, we can do the same here now that we programmed it for the movement. Here. Now we can get character info, event ID, movement. Which every enemy should have. Here, for example, movement. Let's say 2. And same for the player. I don't know where to store it for the player. I think there should be variables, because it can change. So we don't need a weight here. Okay. Let's define player stats. Game stats, okay, I don't want an array. I think having them separated could be better. So yeah, we need the stats. I hope they are not too much. Player HP. We may go with mana. MP. Player move. And what else? the skills, all of them. The skills are determined by the items you have, at least before, so we can have it, we can manage it with that. Even if having it there could help, I will see. I will not use it for now. Okay, so. For now we define only the movement, 2 tiles. Which will be reflected here when the player can move. Because you define the steps that he can move. Which now will be player movement. Okay. So now, when we ask for the movement, if it's an event, we will read the value in the item tag. If it's the player, we read it from a variable. We can do it. Can we do it with keys? I don't remember how it's done though. Let's see. Something like move is stored on the variable number 32, for example. Let's see. We can test it here. So player values, and I show the value corresponding to move. Let's see. Oh, it works! I barely used them and I remember how they work. Awesome. Okay, so now every stat is saved in a variable. Here I say, okay, the move is stored in the variable 32. And so for the rest at this point, what did I press? The HP is saved in the variable 30 and MP is saved in the variable 31. Okay, that's all we need. Ah yeah, we need to return the value. Player values, meta. Note that those are integers though. The meta tags here will return strings, so we need to rationalize them. Let's see. Only here. Parse int, was it? Oh, it corrected me, nice. Okay, now it will only return a whole number. Perfect, we have it. Now we know how much they can move. I suppose, I don't know though. Let's see. Minecraft music. No, I'm playing too much Minecraft recently. No. So I want, at the start of the player turn, to elaborate and then show how many times you can move. So it should be on start player turn, right? Yeah, okay. We can do it with get all times you can move to. We don't even need to define the 0 because it's by default. Let's see if it works for now. I didn't mean print, I meant alert. Oops. That's funny. Well, because RPG Maker Vic says use the print. Not a number, okay. At least didn't crash. That's a pro. Oh, hi Zephyr. Oh, nice to see ya. Sorry, I don't check YouTube often. But I saw you. I put on your Steam while prepare cook for the evening. Oh, that's nice. I delayed evening a little, so I can, well, I don't know, I just wanted to stream and make the game. The best of luck, thanks. I think everyone needs it because I saw some other people working, also Italian one, and they are pretty banger projects. Well, actually one of them, but the other is pretty good, I know, so. Only from Italy I will have a good competition. Who knows from the rest of the world at this point. See, yeah, we are pretty deep on the developing of coding. I started with, oh yeah, let's see if which enemies, which skills the enemy can hit with. And then, okay, then I need to check every single skill. Okay, but I need to check the area. Okay, but I need to check the movement. So we are doing a Matryoshka of programming here. But that's fun. So, doesn't get the right value. Maybe we should intercept the value in the middle. For example, in this function that freely gives the information, no, undefined, none, whatever. So the problem is before. Player values again. No, player values is... Oh, my bad, right? Wait. I missed a step, but there is still a problem. So the problem here is that it's returning the variable. But I need to read the variable. I was forgetting to read it. Again, though, there is still a problem because the value is empty. Did I set up a wrong parameter? Ah, okay. Yeah, I called it movement. My bad. Okay, now should work. So the movement is stored in the variable 32. So we return the value in that variable. Okay, now we should get the correct amount of steps the player have. 2! Perfect! We are game on! No. We just started. Because now that we have the number, what do we do with this number? So we should... We should color them. Color the tiles you can move to. I want to do this because otherwise I would still have to show the player how many steps are left, but this is better. So another function. Color all the tiles you can move to. I love naming functions, they are so explicative. So, what information do they need? I would say the event ID and the move. So we don't have to elaborate it again. So now, we already did this though. We already did this. Not in the movement, but as you can see, not crash, don't crash, okay. As you can see, we already have a tile coloring coded in. So we can just convert, use this code again, right? That's what I love about programming. You never do the same thing twice, because you already did. So, where is it? I should make some order here. Auto stream though. Here, color target tiles. I should again maybe use this and add more parameters. Instead of color target tiles, we should also include the movement thing. What is XY? Ah, no, wait, this is the tiles of the target of the skill. The one before? Yeah, okay, this stuff is a long one. So yeah, we need to move part of the previous code into another function. Remember, we did this the first time, the first stream. So... okay, no, never mind. We have hit it here. Draw range of move. it's pretty simple. We can easily use it again. Okay. So, we can convert this function in another one. Function draw, how do I call it? Not draw range, but range multipurpose. Not the best name, I know, but what does it do? Simple. It does what the other thing does, but better. We just stole the code from my other function. Oh, hello, Mayandra. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it a lot. We are here developing a game, even if there's no game to show for now. Well, there is, but the numbers and coding overtook the stream. Oh no. We are here moving functions around. I have some sort of love towards making functions and programming the game. I don't know why. I see JavaScript. Well, everything is part of a bigger picture. Let's see if I can... No, it doesn't... Yeah, it can run, but now it doesn't work. Because we moved the function. But yeah, basically this is the bare bones of the game. But we need to make some changes for now. Looks cool. Yeah, thanks. And I didn't even get started. So what I want to do here is to draw where the player can move. The player has 2 steps, but the player doesn't know. I need to show which tiles he can move towards. So that's why I'm repurposing the other one that shows where you can target a skill. Which was this one that now it's naked. I'm sorry. So these functions now directly calls the other one. So now it's like this one is for now useless because a function calls another function without adding anything. That's why I can add parameters like the value I need to check. I need to check the number of tiles, the area. Point is, some skills don't have the same area movement of the basic movement. Some areas go on a cross shape of range. Movement is always around, diamond shaped. Are you Swedish? No, not really, I'm Italian. I'm trying to avoid showing too much accent, but I don't think it's possible to hide it. What I want to do here? Wait, this is the target of the move, right? Called tiles plugin. This should take some changes in the future, but for now the thing they do is the same. They draw some tiles on the ground. Let's see now if it works or there's a bug. Here, the blue squares. Those are for the skill. But I want to use them also for movement. Well, I have the green tiles, which could work a little better. So it's simple, we call this thing other from the skills also for movement. I sound a lot like your Italian college? Well, I never studied outside of Italy, but I'm trying to learn something or to improve the accent or the English by streaming. In the long run, I'm sure it will give some benefits. I know. So the area should be defined beforehand. This is how many tiles we will draw. So we should define the area and the type. The type here is move. Type, okay. The area was defined by the range. So, here, by showing the range of the skills, it's saved on the value range. So we just send the range. And now it should work as always. Here we define the dimension of the arena, which it's outdated though, because it's saved in a variable here. Arena corners. Let's see if we can move chops of some code without needing to repeat it. Arena. I swear. Okay, here, perfect. We already saved the arena statistics on the variable 10 and 9. We can copy them instead of writing them. I'm not even trying to hide my accent. Well, since I'm streaming, I should... I want to make myself more understandable from any sort of person. Because, yeah, if I hear other people, not English, talk, I have difficulty since they also have their own accent. So, not knowing well English and not knowing well how to talk it is something I want to improve. Okay, here. It already defines the corners of the arena. Also gets the player coordinates, which needs to be updated because this doesn't only work for the player. I want to call this even from the point of view of the enemy. I want to draw the area target of the enemy to show the player that he's in range or not. Important you say your words correctly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, in streaming you can do a lot of grammar errors even and pronunciation errors. That's right. So there I've got some sort of leeway at least. That's nice, thanks. That makes me feel a little better. Well, they always told me while I was starting streaming in English that don't care a lot about the pronunciation, just try to tell what you're saying. Okay, here we need to replace because before they draw the area based on the player position, but should also be based on the enemy position. So for now, let's replace this with character X, character Y. Ensure character distance. Okay, how do we get those values? This is the X and Y of the player, so for now it's right, but if we want to use to check an enemy coordinates, we need to get information of who wants to draw this area. So, I think I should get again event ID. For last maybe, sure. So I can default it to the player. So now, I'm wondering a thing. Game variable. Okay. Here the coordinates of the player are stored in the value 2 and 3. As we defined here. Here we already defined the HP, MP or movement are stored in the variables 32 and etc. We can do the same thing. X is stored in the number 2. and y is stored in the number 3. So now I did this so we can call the get character info again to get what we need. So let's see. If I want a character X, I will call instead get character info. We get the event ID and we want the X. Same here with the Y. So this only works for the player. For the enemy is different. We need to get, well, it's still simple. If we should, yeah, if meta, if I want a X or I want a Y, I will directly give them something game map event ID. I'm throwing random words here. I don't think those are right. Let's see. As always, I used here the coordinates of an event. Let's see. I don't remember how it's used. Game map events, this event ID. Or, okay, game map events. That's the only thing we need. So, game map events, event ID. So we can get the coordinates from here, the X on Y or Y. Okay, so if I want the X, I return the X. If I want Y, I return the Y. Not really well ordered, the code, but could be worse. I wish I could do JavaScript that will fix my problem with my RPG Maker. Well, at the start I didn't like programming, or well, never mind. I liked programming, but I never tried to touch the code of my game because I thought, yeah, it's too complicated. No thanks. But with time, I grew fondness on programming in general, so I started doing some small edits there and there on my game to say, oh well, yeah, I want this thing from the main code that do not occur, thanks. Like, I don't want to have random count. I don't know the example. I don't want the formation option in the menu. I changed the code a little to remove it. With time, I manage it a little better. Also, even now, it's not like I'm creating a new plugin. This thing works hand on hand with the game. By its own doesn't work. And again, I'm not doing all of this just first try. I'm doing, or more like first try, it's not like I'm doing, oh yeah, I'm creating all this entire code at the same, in one moment. I'm problem solving one thing at a time. For example, every time the shift goes from, oh yeah, how do I send to the code the coordinate of the target? And when I get it, what do I do? At least that's why I like programming. You can focus on one thing at a time. You can split the problems in that a lot of other smaller problems and solve them in a distinct way. And if it works, okay, so I think this works finally. We should check though. For now, I think it should work. Let's see if it stays coherent. Oh, I'm surprised. It works. It's the same as before, but again, we changed the code a little. I wanted to check if we messed up anything. I can only learn by copying stuff so many times and understand what I write. Well, you saw what I did right now, right? I opened one of my old games because I didn't remember how to write and target a specific event. Here. I needed this code. But I remember that I used that on a game. And now every time I need it, I open the game and check here. Same thing if I don't remember, and of course I never. If I want to remember how do I reference a tag of an event, I open this other project. And see here what I did. Lily true. And here on the lilypad code, I called it by datamap events meta lily. And with time, I gradually know where to check, and maybe in the future I will remember. I'm not even sure. That's what I say. It's important to make a lot of games, so you can check in your previous games what you did, and if you want to remember how you managed to do something. Apart from getting experience, of course. Okay, range tile ID is the color, is the what we are drawing on the ground. We should make that if it's the movement, we instead have another color. It was 2 numbers before, right? Okay. So if we're using a skill, the color is blue. Otherwise, it's green. Now, we need to call it while we are moving. Let's see. Let's see if it works right now. No, I opened Photoshop. No. Shut up. I have asked DeepSeek. And I think I found the code I need. Oh. Ah, okay. Yeah, I sometimes... I tried sometimes to ask the ChatGPT or even DeepSeek for code, but sometimes it... let's say for longer codes, it never works. I think the best way to ask them is just for how to do a thing like extract, comparing to arrays, for example, but not doing the plugins from scratch. I don't know, with longer code they fumble, and they also forgot how the RPG Maker works. For smaller one though, they are pretty reliable though. Okay, so the start of player turn. Why not calling the other function? Range of walking. This time it's different. Draw range of walking. I realized a thing. I didn't define any of those values here when I'm calling the function. And weirdly, it's still working. I don't know why. Yeah, because we are not referencing the move. Something is wrong. Why it's working? We didn't save. Oh well. Only want to edit a script. Well, as long as it's not Visustella. Yeah, editing scripts is another task because you need to understand what the code is doing. Let's see. This value was not defined. We should set it now with area, which is how far the move will go. Event ID is here. Am I missing something? Yeah, I need to define those values now. So, okay, here, never mind, I sent it. I sent the range and the movement. Okay, then now for the walking we need a similar thing. Instead of range we need to send the steps. Also I got it wrong. It's not a movement here. It's the how it's called skill, which later we will change though. While for moving, how do we get the steps? Well, if it's the player, it's saved in the variable 32. So we just need to send it. I'm lost. Where is it? Here. So we need to ask again, get the character info. Character info of movement. And send steps. And send it. We just need the event ID. By default it's the player. Same thing here. Event ID. So we need to fix this instead. Again, this only works with no, never mind. Wait, this is written differently. This reads my input that I gave. Before showing what you can do, it opens a menu where you can choose the skill. So this is the skill you got. Wait, but this is also a variable that is stored. Okay, there's a different point here, because we could use the variable 23 for both players and enemy. Before they do the action, they all set the variable of the skill they used on this value. Okay. That means this is right, we don't need to change this. We don't even need the event ID. Right? No, we need... No, never mind, we need to send the event ID. Because if it's not a player, they need to know. Same here. Okay, maybe now it will work. Let's see. So, let's see if I can see the range of walking. No, doesn't work. Why? Did I save? Yes. It's not working. At the start of player turn, they draw the range of walking. The event ID is 0 because it's the player. We cannot even omit it. Let's see. We do one check at a time. Okay, the number of steps is right. Then it calls draw range multipurpose with the parameter steps, move, and event ID. Steps are right. It's the area. Gets the arena parameters, the position. Maybe the position is right. We do one check at a time. 0. Ah, I knew it. Something was wrong, and it's not with my world map. So, the X and Y are messed up. I think it's because I defined them later. Okay. Now they should be defined. 6. Okay, we have it. We have the movement range. There is one problem. It's kinda ugly that it doesn't update after I move. Or do I draw an arrow like Fire Emblem, or I just update the value every time I move? Which I should, because some stuff can happen where you can be in a different tile. So every step it updates. Let's see. When the player moves, there should be a code. Where is it? Yeah, here. After the X or Y changes, that means the player moved. So we can update here the value again. Let's see. Yeah, we are having a problem. Yeah, because it's taking the value of the maximum movement of the player, not the current movement. The current movement is stored in the value 22. Maybe we can just reference that one then. Just to be sure, I can make another one that says the default movement. I don't think we need it, but just in case. Okay, now then we read the other variable, which says how many steps you have left. And right. Now it should work. The only problem is we won't see any difference because it doesn't delete the other values. So every time we draw it, we need to reset the entire area. We should clean. Do we have a function to clean it? I think we have. Here, clean place tiles on layer. And we say the layer. Easy. So, draw range multipurpose. We clean place tiles on layer. Should be layer 2. Yeah. Now we will see the difference. Finally. You see? And I kinda like the fact of the extra square remaining. We should get rid of it later though. So at the end of player turn. Or just when the moves are over. I think I would delete it, sure. Here, we delete and clean the layer 3. Didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Clean placed Why? It didn't clean all the stuff we needed. Let's see again. Let clean. Yeah, it starts, but maybe it starts a little too late. Let's see, player position. You call this. Wait, this is a parallel process maybe? No, wait. I forgot how it works. So, when the player is out of movements, here. Wait. Where do I check if the player is out of movements? I forgot. Here, steps left. I should clean here then. Maybe this one starts a little early. It calls player action. I don't get it. Maybe here after the wait. I didn't mean to. Oh, again. Well, doesn't matter because it disappears after I do the skill. Still though weird. Oh wait, it's... my bad. It was number 2, not 3. Because it's an array, so the values start from 0. Yeah, okay, works wonderfully. one step at a time. So, sure, why not check what's the problem here? Cannot even undefined. Yeah, no shit. Tell me more. Oh, I should also remove the sexual teams tag from the stream from yesterday. Nothing, we just played Katawa Shoujo. Dodge no. Oh wait, is this the line the problem is in? 337. Okay, that's way more convenient. Okay, it's trying to get the info from a character without a meta. Let's see. A little better. If enemy, I should do this. If it doesn't exist, we show the ID. Because it's weird, it's like an event is calling a command here. 48. There's not even a 48 event. Oh wait! Okay, I get what the problem is. 48 is the ID of the enemy, but not of the event of the enemy. So I messed up something here. Nice, I'm happy I realized this problem by mistake. So I'm already sending the ID here. I don't know though. Get character info, event ID. Let's see. Maybe because I called this stuff before. I'm confused. Get which does call this? So here I send filter skill that can... Well, it starts at an enemy turn, so maybe I did something wrong here. Ah, here it is. I used the ID of the information of the enemy, not of the event. So should be number 10, right? Yeah. Later though we need to parameterize this and make the enemy act in order. We can save it here. Parameterize their ID. We can do it now. I think it's better. We should make an enemy list. Oh wait, we already have it. 27. And here. Which is wrong. Okay, I get it, it's wrong. I didn't even use it, right? The ID is 10, not 48. 48 is another value. So it's the enemy number 10. And here... to make the... what are those values? I forgot. Here, to check which skill can hit, which still doesn't work. Only wants the event ID, which is stored in the variable we saw before. What was it? 32, right? The first enemy. Value 27. Close. Decently close. 5 numbers off. Come on. Okay. Now shouldn't crash, but we are still not over. Far from over. Move. Yes. Skills are not defined. What do you mean? Your face is not defined. Oh, okay. I realize only now how big of a pro is to write the code in the plugin. You can see where the error is exactly. This is golden. Just golden. Not even persona, just golden. So what was the problem? Skills array. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Because I didn't save the value. Simple. I saved the value here, okay. Maybe I did this mistake elsewhere then. Let's see. No, it's fine. Now let's see if it works. And we can go on to the next step. Never mind. Did I even save? No. What do you mean I didn't save? Not professional. Oh well. Well, we have a different error message. Oh yes, tells me where's the mistake. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love this. I love this. Here, skill ID is not defined. Makes sense. Because we only need the event. I didn't update this thing. Yeah, we are not working on this for a lot of time. Also, this one doesn't need the skill ID anymore. Let's see if anything crashes. Okay, still a different error message. 301. Not, wait. What's the mistake? Character ID is not defined. Oh. I wrote it wrong? Ah, it's still the old one. Okay, yeah, maybe it's time to update all the values. We don't even need this one now. Okay. And finally we can return to what we were trying to do to begin with. Okay, one step at a time. 233, 233. Dodge. Ah, because he's trying to use a move that doesn't... Wait. No, he's trying to use a move that is not defined. Well, let's see. Get dodge ID from move. Wait, this is specific. We can definitely not need this one. Let's see. When is this called? When is this called? I don't remember. Do I call this here? No. I call it from the engine. Move can variables. What is value 52? Maybe the last move? Yeah, the current move. Which is 0 because I still need to define it. That's why it's crashing. It's already too ahead. Too ahead. Well, as a placeholder, we should probably keep everything fine. So we should give a placeholder. Oh wait, this one is useless now. Okay. So, what I was doing, I want the enemy to get the skills he can attack. And even better, I should have a function that decides which skills the enemy will use. Choose enemy skill. I only have event ID. I start by filtering all the moves you can use. And based on that, returns a move. Let's say... Which move do we have? The 48, yeah, the same form before. No, wait, this is the enemy. No, here. The number 8. For now we return 8. One step at a time, just to let the code work without causing problems. Okay, so here instead of calling this stuff, what is value 27? Ah, it's the enemy that is casting the spell. Okay, using the skill. Event ID. And we choose the enemy skill of the event ID character. And we save it on a variable. The 52. Okay, for now let's see if it works. Well, it worked before, but it was hard-coded. Now it's still hard-coded, but maybe a little less. To head, okay. Still no. Oh, wait, it's working. Okay, it doesn't seem to crash. I messed up something. No, seems to work. There was a bug with the movement, but doesn't matter for now. Okay, it works. Well, barely. We can do a small addition here, because here we return 8, saying that they always use the skill 8, which removes the entire purpose of this code. So, for now we just get the first usable skill. And maybe we need to check if we may have a problem and there are no usable skills. Return, I don't know, we alert. Okay, we might have a default move, just like defending, just in case. But to program later. See what we can do here. Fouled, always usable move. Okay. So, the loop is working, weirdly enough. Let's see if this stuff that filters every move works. Because should return 8. Because it's the only move they have. I have my doubts, but let's see. I knew it. 2, 3, 3. I can't stress how much I love having the game tell me where the problem exactly is. I'm not used to this. I love getting pampered by the programming gods. Here. Okay, so there is a move and you get the thing you need to dodge from it. What's the problem? Where is it? Is it called here? What is called the get dodge ID from move? Every move lets you dodge in a different way. So every move has the way you need to dodge, but weird that I don't see it here. So, color tiles, do the stuff. Move 0. You set the skill. The dodge mechanic and move made. Okay, this is just after. Ah, okay, here. I didn't see it. Get dodge ID from move. And the move is the one saved in the variable. So I get the move from that items, but apparently it's empty. Why? Variable 52. We should see which value is there. Because the problem comes after the code we just made. So maybe the problem is another thing. True word. Huh? Ah! Oh, right, because it only returns true. Not the ID of the skill. I know this thing, wait. Word, here it is, okay. So here, I check if target is in range. Wait. Target is range based on every skill. Oh, that's not completely well programmed. It still needs to be completed. So I need to send event ID. Not even the event ID. I just need the skill ID. The skill ID is based on the skill they are checking. So, skill ID here. Also, this one should be defined before, because otherwise it will be elaborated every iteration, which is too much. So, movement options, movement range is this. We should also send the movement range, which is a collection. Oh, array that lists every coordinate. Okay, skill ID, movement range. And if the turns true worth it, we should also list the skill ID. Okay. That was the problem. We didn't get the ID here. Okay, so usable skills, we get the result here, and we need to remember that usable skills doesn't have numbers, they have arrays inside. It's getting a little extra complicated. Nah, I'm already used to it. I don't know about you though. Okay, so since this is considered a single value, we can still read the single value first value. So value inside value. Programming is all about inception. Okay, so we should... Wait, what was the problem? Usable skill, we get the first value and the ID of it. So 0, 0. Eight. It's working, okay. It's working again. As long as it's working again, we don't need to do other fixes. Now, we're already 2 hours in. Wow, we didn't do a lot, but We are streaming every day now until we finish the game, so I don't care. We can go slowly but surely. So, what are we doing now? Now we fix it and it works by default. We still need to elaborate and make him choose which skill to use. But first we need to define if a move will hit the player, because we still didn't have defined it. So, where was it? Here. Get all tiles you can move to. This returns an array with every tile you can move to. Like, yeah, the name describes everything, I feel like. So, we get event ID and how much it can move. From then, it's simple geometry, really. Simple geometry. We should also get the values of the arena. Okay. Arena is ready. Now, I should actually save it on an array. On a... Nah, I think it works like this, sure. No, wait, actually that's smart. We can have some functions here. So, function my arena length return, and we return the value here. Then we can do my arena height. Wait, player X is wrong though. I got the wrong value. Oh no, I got the wrong value. And we don't need it now. And arena start. Okay. So now we can get all the values here. Arena start X. So we don't need to import them every time we need them. That will save some time. Okay. Lovely functions, I know. Now, where were we? Elaborate in which tiles you can move. So, it's simple. Well, not really, but... give me some seconds, I need to take some water. Oh, here I am. So, didn't really consider how to do this part. We need to find every reachable tile. Luckily, I studied game theory, or node, more like node theory. I didn't do well in the exam, but the important part is I understood some tricks. Important one is to have nodes and values. Nodes and the scores of the nodes. Let me make it super simple. So, for example, the player is here and has value 3. That means the adjacent, I can move to the adjacent nodes by using 1 point. So the other squares have value 2, because I can reach them from the square 3 by using 1 point. And every square 2 will have all the adjacent nodes, which are not point of value 2, get a point 1. This is important in case we have some obstacles. For example, if we pretend this flower is an obstacle, and we have, well, more movement, like 4, we will have other numbers going around here. Oh, hello, sorry for the name, Mutatin Glory. I hope the name is right. How it's going? Another encounter. Ooh! Let's start the music of battle then. Let's fight. Nah, I'm kidding. I will suggest it. Ooh, hello, Generico. I wonder who it is. Ah, that's the red message. Awesome. We also have the random battle encounter. How it's called? The text that introduces the battle, like enemy emerges, Waldorf emerges, Waldorf blocks your way. Thanks a lot. What were you doing? Close enough. Okay. Oof. I'm not really good at remembering names, let alone reading them. Mutation Ivory. Oh, mutation. Okay, mutation Ivory. Ah, mutation Ivory. Okay, yeah, that's actually simple. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I did a great accomplishment right now. We are here developing a game for the RPG Maker Game Jam. Oh, you as well. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love seeing all the games around. I will probably play a lot of games, so I will probably be sure to play yours as well. We are trying to develop a battle system here, which is not the core part of the game. Well, it is the core part of the game, but the entire game makes leverage on the enemy turn, where you dodge. Now we are trying to make the enemy decide which move to make based on where he is, which sounds... yeah, it's probably the hardest task right now. At least I'm happy it doesn't crash for now. And it can loop your turn, his turn, and so on. Still, we need to calculate how the enemy chooses his move. Well, it didn't start as a tactical RPG though. Oh, thanks a lot to Billy May Jones for the follow. I appreciate it. Yay! We reached the... how many? 580 followers. Yeah! Oh! Thanks, Mutation Ivory. Now that I read it, the name is... makes super sense. I don't know why I didn't read it correctly now. Thanks a lot. That was my dream game long ago. Well, I'm not really working on a tactical RPG. To be honest, the tactical RPG part came after I got the main concept. The tactical RPG, I'm programming it mainly because it stays perfectly with the main mechanic. I want to make a game about... how to say... the dodge... You can dodge every move, but it can get weird. And so he plays on the double use of the tiles. So you have 2 movements, so you should avoid spikes. But later, while you move here or while you dodge, the hazards on the map will or slow you down or let you stop your movement, depending on which phase you are, attack or defense. The idea is that the dodge goes the dodge minigames you have to do and the dodge capabilities overall will go beyond expectations. For now it's only press a button to dodge, or here in the case of the spikes, press a direction to dodge. We need to improve the spikes. Also you can do inception spikes. You see, it zooms out every time and it's faster. Also, there's probably a bug with it, but not a problem for now. For now it's only those 2 things programmed and need some overhaul. But at least the game loop is there. We can improve it later. I wonder if just because there's no space in the name. I think the thing that messed me up is the eye. The eye of Ivory. Because It looks like an L. Well, I had a similar problem because people couldn't read my name RPG Waldorf. Then I capitalized the W and to lowercase the RPG, and now everyone calls me right. Or RPG. Waldorf or RPG they call me. Waldorf is the right one. Press button to fuck this dude up. Well, that's the easiest sort of dodge where you need to press a button at the right time, or not at the right time, but I want to focus more on the movement part and on the dodge rather than the timing part of the dodge. It's not like you need to dodge everything like Undertale. It's more like there's small mini games when you have to dodge, but still in the same battlefield. I gave up on tactical RPGs when I realized the RPG Maker doesn't let you do that. Well, that's right, but RPG Maker lets you do a lot of more things. It just requires a lot of effort and mainly some prior knowledge and a lot of devotion and love for the project. Yeah, it's not easy, I know. That's an L? Never mind. Then, yeah, I still confuse. Maybe. Yeah, still confusing between L and I, maybe. But that's the nature of the letter, unfortunately. Okay, we were trying now to create a code that returns every tile walkable by an enemy. Because since every skill have a range, we want now to elaborate which tiles the enemy can walk to. For example, he can walk in those tiles, and so to see if a skill hits the target, unfortunately, the best way to do it, for me at least, is I check every single tile if a move has the range. For example, the move has this range, so from this tile it doesn't hit. From this tile it doesn't hit as well. This for every tile, until they find a good tile, this one, which hits the target. So, one step back, we need to first define which tiles are reachable, which is not intuitive because some tiles, for example, could block the movement. We have a rock here. For example, the pot could block the movement, and so suddenly you cannot move here anymore. But if you had then, maybe if the pot was here, that would be extra hard because here this one is blocked. But how do I know it's blocked? Since it should be like this, but you don't only remove the pot, only what's beyond. But I already have a solution thanks to my barely succeeded exam of node theory. We need to treat them as nodes. Sounds a lot more fancy than it should, though. So, how do I do? First of all, it should be a loop. So, and later we will see how it works. I'm less than, I would say, the movement range and I++. So what do we do? First, we should have a collection of nodes, which doesn't start empty because the first value is the coordinate. The coordinate of the event. Let's see. X and Y we need. Luckily we can get the value from... Where is it? Get character info here. So we need the info for this event, the X. Same with the Y. Oh, it's so practical like this. I love doing functions. I should program like this all the time. You can make your lives easier. You can understand better what you are doing. The game even tells you where's the error in the code. This is heaven, really. Well, for someone that likes programming at least. Okay. Now, I got the coordinates and now the first node will be exactly of those coordinates. And not only that, every node should have the a value. The value is how far from the first node it is. So we got the coordinates and the value, which starts with the maximum value, the movement range. This is all magic to me. Might as well be rules. Well, you know, imagine you are living in a fantasy world. What would be the best thing for you if you were a wizard, a mage? Being able to come up with your own spells. That's what programming might feel like, to me at least. Here, I created my own spell here. Get character info. That gets the information based on the player or on the enemy, regardless. So I don't need to do two duplicates of the same thing, for example. A warlock for me. Super code dependent. I wonder how many classes for programming are there then, based on the mages or type of mage, yeah. Since now we get the information and we got the node saved, now this is not completely right. I remember, okay, I literally had an exam where there was code involved in game theory, in more like a node theory. I never understood why there was random code in a node theory course, but now I realize that it all led to this moment. So, it's not a for. It's something I never use. The while. The while simply does this stuff infinitely. Until the thing inside is true. While true never stops. And probably crashes the application. That means we need to have a condition here that stops when we are done. And what is the condition is nodes, wait. Yeah, nodes length equal to 0. What does it mean? When nodes is empty, then we are done. Why do we want nodes empty? Simple. Because nodes will be, let me rephrase it. Nodes to check. Here, might be more comprehensible. We need to check those nodes and see if we can reach other nodes from there. Let me visualize this for a moment. For example, here he has node 3. That means from node 3, you can move and expand one point to move here, and they will be nodes 2. Same thing, they will move here and expanding one point, they will be nodes 1. This is how I plan it. So the idea is, when from node 3 I move to node 2, I delete node 3. Because in this way I don't check it again. Now we check all the nodes 2, and after checking a node 2 we delete it. Here we check node 2 again, and we delete it. We see that this one exists, so we don't have a duplicate. And same here. We create others, we see this one exists already, we don't duplicate, and the same thing. At the end we will save every node we worked on. So we should have another container. Nodes of wall. No, nodes. Okay. For now it's empty. Or maybe I should start with the first node. Because the starting node is always there. Okay. So, now. Every loop, we check every node inside the nodes to check. To check every node, we make a loop. For every node inside node to check. For each of them, we check the adjacent nodes. I wonder if I should change the code here. No, I think it's better like this. So, now, what do I check here? I check if the adjacent nodes are already exist in the nodes. In the, let's call it, final nodes here. More comprehensible, okay. So, we start here, and we check if the nodes here is already marked. It's not, so we add it to the array. Let's see. If the node to check right now, so node to check I of this loop, already exists somewhere. How do I check it? We need to see if there is another node with the same coordinates. That's not super simple though. How do I check if there's another node with the same coordinates? I know how. I should save every node in a matrix. Like, imagine this is my array. I'm saving values, so I save values, value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4. What if I instead save a value like a value here and a value here based on the coordinates? Can be doable. Though I need to merge them together later. Yeah, I can do it. So again, instead of saving the values one after one, I save them by using the position of where I saved them, which is the same position I need to check. Let me put on paper what I'm thinking. So, final nodes starts as an array, a multidimensional array actually. I don't think it's important to specify that. A multidimensional array is an array with more than one row, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if, for example, the coordinates 0, 1 of this is this, no, 0 and 1. So the first ever value. Okay, we got the final nodes thing. Now we need to put in the first node. And this will be put in the coordinates x and y. X and y. And the value will be the movement. So as you see, we did the same thing, but we switched a little the things. So now, every node to check, we need to get first the coordinates, which is simple because it's here. The coordinates are the first two values. So x is nodes to check, value 0, y value 1. So now we need to check if final nodes X and Y exists already. If they are, that means we can reach them. And so we override it, or... Well, not really. If the thing is not defined, that means we need to check if we can reach it. Is it walkable? We will later have tags for places that are not walkable. For now we can do style. I'm trying to avoid using common words because I could risk to override another function of the code of the program. We can call it style for movement walkable here, and we send the coordinates x, y. We define it here. We can make it later though. For now it's true. And then the other thing is what was it? Is it inside arena? And this might sound very useful to do, so we can do another check here. Okay. Also, then we don't need to get the coordinates. So, install inside arena. It's easy to make because why this one is causing a problem? Did I forget something? Oh, what's the problem? Ah, yeah, I forgot to define them as functions. Okay. So, to check if the tile is inside the arena, it's simple. Well, relatively at least. If the X is between the start and the end of the arena. So, we already did this before. When we spawn buttons. Here. And a height, here it is. Did we check? I think we... Here. Ah, no, here we generated a random number between two values. Which is different. Okay, so if the X is more or equal than get arena... Is it arena? No. What was it? My arena, sure. My arena start X. So if this is the arena start X, if the value is this or more, then we are inside the arena. But should be less or equal than the end of the arena. We didn't define the end of the arena, but I think it's simple. My arena and X and Y. How we define the end of the arena? It's simple. We have the start of the arena and the length, so we sum those. My arena, what was it? Length. This was my arena and X. For my arena and Y, it's literally the same. with map height. Okay. So now we can even use those. So, returning here. So, if x is more or equal than arena start, and x is less or equal than my arena and x, we do the same with the y. If y is more than arena start y and less than the arena end y, then we return true. Otherwise, we return false. That's this simple. Well, relatively, again, as I said. Okay, so those are the two conditions. That means they need to both satisfy those two conditions. That means we need to make a function with both of them that requires to be true. This and this both need to be true. If they are both true, that means, congratulations, the node passed the exam. So, a value will be saved on those coordinates, which will be equal on the current loop we are on. No, wait, to be precise, would be the... Okay, I think I missed a step. So, every loop, we check the nodes we have. We can safely also define a current step. Oh wait, the I is the current step, never mind. We don't need it. So, we get the nodes we are checking. For every single node, we get the coordinates. And here we are checking the same node. We should check the nodes above, below, right, and left. So we should check 4 of them. How do we check 4 of them? Well, we should have another function. Guess what? Function. Because I need to check 4 different things. I don't want to copy paste everything here. So yeah. No. Wait. I don't think it's optimal. Well, maybe it is, but I don't know how to update the values here. Actually, I know. Oh, wait. No, maybe I don't know. Okay, we have to find another way. We can make a loop. For equal to 0, e less than 4, because we check only the 4 directions, also with another variable here. We are using I again. Okay. So here we loop 4 times. Each of them we change the x or y. It's a little of hard coding, but we can do this. Yeah, those should be inside. Wait, this one is different. So, for every direction, we need to get their coordinates first. So, nodes to check, we get the coordinate of... Wait. Yeah, in the nodes to check we don't... we have the coordinates as the first 2 values. So it's actually right. It was actually right. Though we need first to define that we get the current value. Okay. Okay, we get the coordinates. And now, based on the current loop, this is where the hard coding comes in, but if j equals to 0, if this is the first loop, we check the tile below, and so on. Okay, first loop, we check the tile below. So, x increases by 1. And so on for the rest. If j equals to 1, we check the one above. If j equal 2, we check the one on the right. And if it's 3, the last one, we check the one on the left. Not really practical, but it works. For optimizing, I should also put an else. Sure. I think it helps. Okay. Now, so first, for every one of the 4 loops, it checks a different direction. Loop 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever. Okay, this should be inside the loop then. Okay, now we check those node we chose. If it's undefined, that means we didn't register it yet. So we check if it's walkable. If it is, we save it. We add it to the final nodes. And also we add it to the nodes to check, since we need to check on the next tile by its own. We found a tile here. So next round we need to check if those are walkable. So nodes to check. We add an extra one, push. And we get x, y, and the value of the node, which we need to define now. I swear, every time I sit down to watch an ad plays, I walk away and by the time I come back another ad plays. I'm sorry. Really, I don't like ads as well. If I could remove them, I would, but Twitch doesn't let us. That's dishonest, honestly. Recently, I'm getting ads for women for whatever reason. I don't even know why. It's suddenly starting to come up. Okay, here we need to define the value of the node. What is the value of the node? Again, it's the distance from the origin, the character that wants to move. How do we define it? It's simple. It's move minus the current iteration we are in. Right. Maybe we need to subtract one extra. Yes. Because on the last step you cannot move. Let's see. Yeah, makes sense. Because we did already an iteration here. Maybe it's better than if we start from 1. Okay, better. We count from 1 because we already did an iteration here, which was the first tile ever. It was the tile where you start from, the character itself. Okay, so here the value is saved on the final nodes and in the nodes to check. We don't even need to set the value here. Actually, this parameter is useless. We can remove it. Okay. It was useful in node theory because certain nodes could go further away, but we are on our orthographic game, so I think it's fine. Okay, and last thing, to avoid checking this node at the next iteration, we need to remove it. So, node to check value I. Wait, we need to remove it. We need to remove the value, so pop here. I'm not convinced. Wait. No, never mind. We don't clean anything, but actually that's well, we could use another array, but I think the best way would be to remove the value like this. Pop. Was it pop or shift? I don't remember it. Shift removes the first element, so yeah, it's shift. Shift removes the first element of the array. Deletes it, or, well, returns it, but we don't need it. I think Twitch is annoying, they're like a jump scare. Why are the only platforms where you can watch videos or streamings are always full with ads? I don't get it. Well, YouTube is worse. At least Twitch is not as YouTube, I suppose, but on YouTube you can find workarounds. Twitch is hard. Okay. So again, my idea was to have the nodes to check, we just check it and then we remove it. The problem is the loop here gets messed up because the length of the nodes to check will change. So we need to change how it works. We completely remove the loop. Why? Well, let me try to explain in the best of my capabilities. I'm fucking around. No, okay, no, the truth is hard to explain, but now we just do a big mess altogether. Now we change how it works, even if the code will be similar, very similar actually. We just need one change. So now we change how it works. So the first tile has value 3, and we check the next one, value 2. Now we don't know in which order we check them. Because the next one we could check this one, the next one we check these ones. So could happen that we might check the next tile twice. Because for example I check a number here, and maybe for whatever reason I find that yeah, there is a portal, for example, that can teleport me exactly there. In this case, my next movement will be better than those, and I can make an extra step out of there. That's not what will happen though, but just to say that we should compare the nodes value now. So we definitely need the value of those. Let me explain it again, because this matter is a little too much. Well, we simply go on however order we have, and every time we check if the values are right. I mean, if I for whatever reason find a shortcut, like yeah, no, never mind, it's hard to explain. Let me explain the code, maybe that will talk for me. Twitch doubles the amount of ads on people who use ad blocks. Really? But because I have Opera that by default removes ads, so I don't know if it will mess me up or not. Okay, so let me try again. So the final nodes are here, the nodes to check are here, so we need the value move. And now for every node to check, we do the same thing, we check every cardinal direction. If that cardinal direction is walkable, is a valid tile. And of course, oh wait, yeah, if it is a valid tile, we will save it. But before, we need to check if we already saved it now, since now it's a big mess. It's not an ordered loop now, it's a big mess where we put stuff in the cauldron, we we put one outside and check, oh yeah, this is good, and I give it a crunch. And then I throw other stuff in the cauldron and take out other stuff. We need some order. That's why we need to check if, other than having already defined that value, we need to check if, for some reason, our value is better or not. Because, simplest example, node here. I find, oh, there are other nodes here. Okay, nice. And here I do, oh, there are other nodes here. And I overwrite the middle one here because, oh wait, no, actually it doesn't happen. Never mind that. Still, I think it would be nice to, just in case in the future I have some problems with pathfinding, I need to see, okay, in simple words, I need to check if one path is better than the other one. I need to check if the path I'm currently checking is better than the previous one I already saved. So, if there is no path saved, or the path saved is worse than mine, that means I can overwrite or save the value inside. Also, we should define value before. Okay. Okay. So we can compare the value. Okay, so if the tile is not saved or the previous path is worse, then yeah, I save on top of it. Sounds about right. Oh wait, no, we don't have I though for the loop. Ooh, I was missing this detail. Yeah, oh, never mind, wait. Yeah, I missed the entire setup here. Because now I don't have the eye to check the value, we need to get it. We have the node to check, this one. So now, simply the X is the value, the first value of the first ever node. While the value, this time, is the value saved on coordinate 2. Should be fine. This one doesn't change, so we can have it outside the loop. Okay. While the X and Y kinda change. Okay. Last time I have a I use somewhere, right? Did I change it? Okay, maybe now there won't be a problem. Okay. Surprisingly, seems to work. Okay, now, what do we do with all this stuff? Which took more time than I thought. Luckily I studied node theory. So after all this stuff, I get the final nodes. Which will be saved on coordinates on the nodes I can reach. Before ending, I should order better this array. So, again, for each value in the array, so for each single value in the array, we formalize it. So I equal 0, I less than final nodes length, I pew pew. This is the loop for the X. We need another loop for the Y. Or, yeah, one for the X, one for the Y. Maybe the order is different. And this time, we need to check the entire row. How to explain? Wait. Visualize. So, in this map, again, we saved all the spots that the character can move. Let's say those. Doesn't make any sense, I know. What I do in the first loop, I check every row. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and whatever here. 5 comes after the 4. And now the second loop is to check the single values of the row. Value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So I can check piece by piece, basically. Now I can check if final nodes value I and j, x and y, is different from undefined. That means it's a valid value. So we can save it in the prepare in the final nodes. I know, sounds awful. Now we can add to the final nodes the value we will have, which will be x, y, and what else? I think just x and y we need. Yeah. Also needs to be saved like this. Okay. As a single value. Would be nice to also save the score of the node. Sure. Maybe we can have an extra parameter to check later if the move is worth it or not. Okay. And after all this markdown, we return the final array. We never tested anything of the sort, so let's see if it crashes. Also, we could show it on console. Does it show here? We can do on the player, sure. Here, let's see the game explode with this. Finger crossed. If it's over, I can go dine. No! No, I just want to eat. What was the problem? Oh, spam. Actually, this is hilarious. Wait, you need to see it. You need to see it. How can I zoom this? Never mind. Here in the bottom corner, there's a spam message, but read. Cheap viewers on site. Parentheses, remove the space. Remove the space. They didn't even do it right. No. Stop. Okay. Length. 1318. 318. Wait. Is this wrong? Final nodes. Why is it wrong? Wait, is it... That's undefined. Yeah, no, wait. Why? Final nodes is here, but did I add them to the final nodes? Ah, I wrote it wrong here. Should be x and y, not x, comma y. Same here. I don't know why I wrote it like this. Another programming language does it like this, but I don't remember which. Okay, let's see now. Maybe I just confused it with a parameter here. Ah yeah, also this is written wrong. Okay, oof, I realized. Let's go. Please let me go dine. I will die and starve to death. I know. Say number. Okay, I got the same problem here. I hope it's the only problem. Well, slowly We are getting other problems. 292. Setting property of the undefined. Move shouldn't be 5 though. Also, it's not undefined. Let's say, sure, let's go. Let's define the first one. Or undefine the first one. Maybe I should create an array out of nowhere. Wait, no, maybe no, I get the problem. I get the problem. I can't read the value in a row if the row doesn't exist. So, first I should create the row. And then define it. I need to do the same thing later though. If final nodes x is undefined, I need to define it. Okay, just like this. Should be more right now. I knew it. Undefined again. 320. Ah, here again. Final nodes I length. Maybe the... Oh. Wait, it should be the length though. Why doesn't hurt to do it again if... nodes I equal to undefined. We define it. Should be enough. Oh, okay, better. So did it work? I don't know. Here, alright, 0. Well, at least it didn't crash, right? So let's see here. The final nodes. How does it look? Here, array. With a lot of undefined stuff. Yeah, not really what I wanted to see. Okay, so they define the array so they don't crash, but they don't save any value. Oops. Oops indeed. Why they don't save any value? Should be here, right? Maybe this one doesn't return right? Log here. To see if they at least trigger something. No, nothing. Also, we should remove a console log here. Ah, wait. In the other plugin. Another Minecraft music. Okay, here. There's something spamming now that needs to go away. Okay. Nice. It was spamming in the console log. Okay. So the problem is... I don't know. This one doesn't run. Probably because of this condition. If final node thing is undefined, or final nodes, it's a or even. Any of them should be right. Does it run here then? It didn't. It doesn't even run here. Ah, I get a problem. Because I wrote the condition wrong. This needs to stop when the length is 0, not when it is not 0. Okay. I got everything wrong. Here. Should be right. Ah, it's lagging a little. Are we in an infinite loop? Makes sense because this one doesn't stop until everything is over. Ooh, I know the problem. I messed up. But it's fixable. So, first let's stop this thing. Okay. So, the problem is we remove the value only if it matches. If it doesn't match, it stays there indefinitely. We need to remove it at the end. Regardless, we need to remove it. Okay, here, let's see. 0. Still doesn't work. 4 here, only 4? Wait, it's only one loop. Right. Also, why? We have a lot of problems here. Why is the final... Also, this one maybe... I can even not define it. Okay. Arguably already not defined, but okay. I didn't say... Wait, I didn't define it, the final node. Okay, I forgot to define the first one. That's probably why. Okay. Maybe now it works. Maybe. We have one value. Better than nothing. Here, 6 at empty. Empty 5. Ah, no, there are 5 empties and then the value. Because it's at coordinates 6, 6 maybe? 6, 5, yeah. Okay, one value is right, but the others don't work. They don't get saved. Why? Let's see here if it happens. Here, only 4 times. It loops only once. Why? So, for every loop, it loops only the first time. I get why, because it doesn't even reach here. Does it reach this one? It does. But it doesn't reach the condition after it. Weird, it should be true and true, right? Maybe I messed up the other condition? Doesn't reach there. So one of those is wrong. Well, it's easy to find the Voom. Let's see. The first one is true. So, is the arena problem here? Is not considered inside the arena. Yeah, maybe I wrote it wrong, wait. Everything should be right. So, if the x is more than the lowest and less than the max, and the y more than the minimum and less than the max, yeah, makes sense to me. A lot, actually. Let's write the numbers. Ah, I get why. I didn't call them as functions. I don't know why I didn't get any error though. Now should be right. Please. Okay. And we got an array. And 55. Okay, there's something wrong here. Though we are on the right path. Almost. Yeah, there's something wrong, definitely. Every number has 2 as value. That's definitely not right. Because maybe I forgot to set the value right. Ooh. Apparently the value doesn't decrease. That's a problem. Okay, because the value here is not decreased. That's a problem. Now should be right, I swear. I swear. I need to go. Oh, no, it crashes. Yeah, that's what happens if you change a value without thinking twice. Please close. Okay. So, this is the value. Okay, for now, let's keep it like this. I check. The value should be still -1, right? Because I have a node. And now I'm checking the nodes around it. Yeah. That should be it. I don't get why it should be wrong or in an infinite loop. I don't get why it should be an infinite loop. I remove it regardless. Maybe here it gets added indefinitely. Maybe... Yeah, maybe it's not a more, it's a less. Yeah, should be a less, I suppose. Because the value decreases every loop. That means it's further away. So we need to get the one closest. So it needs to be bigger. Okay, okay. That means the farthest away gets added to the loop indefinitely. Okay, yeah, now we are talking. Please, I beg you, please. Those are the coordinates. The numbers are not right. The distance is not right, but the coordinates may be right. Let's see. 4, 3. That's already wrong. 4, 4. It's -1 though. It tells me a -1. That means... Oh, that's what I forgot. To set a end. To stop them. Ah, I get it. Okay, so. That means I need to shift if the value is less than 0. Or 0. If value is less than 0. Shift, continue. Now it should be right, please. One should... Okay, almost. Maybe we need to include 0. Yes, you see, you have... Still not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, should be right. We need to include the 0. And now we get the entire moveset. Right? So we have 13 values. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, sounds right. We have 4, 5. This is from... Where is 4, 5? 5, 4. 5, 5. 5, 6. 6, 3. Yes, yes, yes. 6, 7. 7, 4. 5, 6. And 8, 5. We got it! We got all the coordinates the player can reach. Ah! That took more than I thought. I need to dine. We did it. Next time we will add it to the enemy and see which move we will be able to do. Which will require more effort, but I feel complacent. I'm happy with what I did today. We continue tomorrow at the same hour. And hopefully we manage to do it the first try. Yeah, well, we didn't take too long today. We did a lot of progress. Moved a lot on... we moved a lot of stuff on the code here. I'm starting to vibing a little more on the code. That's a very positive thing. Okay. Let's see. Do we have raid power? I'm wondering. Oh, we can raid Meridae. Phoenix Wright? Nice. Let's go. Dai the giraffe. Okay, that's everything. Thanks a lot for coming by. I appreciate it a lot having company here. And we continue tomorrow. As I said, same hour. We have a lot of days in front of us, so I don't think we should rush. Again though, out of stream I will polish a little the code and fix a bunch of stuff. And maybe plan the story or stuff. Because that still is an absolute zero of what I want to do. Well, a 1. A 0.2. Thanks another time for coming by. I recommend the Discord. Our Discord, and we'll see ya whenever happens.